some animals don't age like humans. Some barely age at all. These creatures defy the rules of biology and seem almost immortal. From jellyfish that can reverse their aging process to deep-sea creatures that live for centuries, these animals are rewriting what we know about time and life. But here's the twist. Not all of them are completely invincible. But what accounts for the long lifespans of these extraordinary creatures? And how do they do it? To answer those questions, we have compiled the list of top 10 animals that don't age like humans. So without further ado, let's start. Number 10 is the Ruffi Rockfish. Scientifically named Sebastes aludianus, is a deep-sea fish known for its exceptionally long lifespan, which can exceed 200 years. This makes it one of the longest living fish species known. Unlike humans, Ruffi rockfish experience very slow aging processes. They show few signs of aging, such as a decline in physical functionality or decreased fertility. This unusual aging pattern is partly due to their slow growth rate and low metabolic rate, which contribute to less wear and tear on their cells over time. A clear example of how this trait influences their life is their late maturity. Ruffi rockfish may not reproduce until they are at least 20 years old. This delayed maturity, combined with a long life, allows them to produce many offspring over an extended period, which is crucial for the survival of their species, especially since they live in environments where the mortality rate due to predation is relatively low. Aside from this, Ruffi rockfish are typically found in the North Pacific Ocean, ranging from the waters off Japan to Alaska. They live in deep, cold waters, often between 150 to 500 meters below the surface. This cold, stable environment helps to reduce their metabolic rate, which is linked to their slow aging process and long lifespan. At number 9 is the Alabra giant tortoise. It is known for its incredible longevity. These tortoises can live over 150 years, making them some of the longest living animals on Earth. Alabra tortoises age differently from other similar species, primarily due to their slower growth rates and minimal physiological changes once they reach adulthood. Unlike many other species, these tortoises do not experience significant declines in health as they age. They continue to grow very slowly throughout their lives, which helps minimize the typical wear and tear on their bodies that other species might experience. One clear example of how this trait influences their life is seen in their reproductive behavior. Alabra giant tortoises do not reach sexual maturity until they are around 30 to 50 years old. But once they do, they remain fertile and can continue to reproduce well into their old age. This prolonged fertility contributes significantly to the stability and growth of their populations. The natural habitat of the Alabra giant tortoise is the Alabra Atoll in the Seychelles, an environment with few natural predators and a consistent climate that supports their long-term survival. The stable, warm climate and abundant food supply on the atoll allow these tortoises to lead a low-stress life, which is conducive to their longevity. Next on the list is koi fish, also known as Cyprinus carpio, are renowned not only for their beauty, but also for their impressive lifespan. They typically live between 25 to 35 years, although some have been known to live for over 200 years under ideal conditions. Koi fish age differently from many other fish species. They can regenerate their organs, which helps them maintain functionality and avoid some common aging processes that limit the lifespan of other fish. This regenerative ability means that koi can effectively repair tissues that might be damaged due to environmental factors or disease. A notable example of how this unique trait influences their life is seen in their ability to adapt to varying water conditions. Koi can survive and even thrive in a range of water temperatures and qualities, which often vary significantly in the ornamental ponds they inhabit. This adaptability extends their life and enhances their resilience compared to other fish that require more stable conditions. Koi are typically kept in well-maintained ponds or water gardens. This controlled environment, which includes regular feeding and clean, oxygen-rich water, supports their health and longevity. The care given to maintaining the quality of their habitat directly contributes to their ability to live long, healthy lives, showcasing the crucial role of the environment in their unique aging process. At number 7 is bowhead whales, scientifically known as Balaena mysticetus, are remarkable marine mammals known for their extraordinary longevity. These whales can live for over 200 years, making them one of the longest-lived mammals on Earth. Unlike other whale species, bowhead whales exhibit unique aging characteristics. They have a slower rate of aging and possess certain genetic traits that help protect them from cancer and diseases often associated with aging in other species. Researchers have found that bowhead whales have genes linked to DNA repair, cell cycle regulation, and cancer resistance, which contribute to their longevity. A notable example of how this longevity influences their life is observed in their vocal behavior. Older bowhead whales have been found to play a crucial role in the communication and coordination of group activities, such as migration and feeding. Their extensive experience and knowledge help guide younger whales through challenging environments. Bowhead whales inhabit the cold Arctic and subarctic waters, which may also play a role in their aging process. The colder water temperatures are thought to reduce metabolic rates and slow down the biochemical processes that can lead to aging. This chilly habitat, combined with their robust genetic adaptations, helps bowhead whales avoid typical aging processes, allowing them to live longer and healthier lives. Next on the list is Hydra. It's scientifically known as Hydra, is a small freshwater organism renowned for its extraordinary ability to avoid aging. These creatures are unique because they are biologically immortal and do not age. Hydra differs from other similar species due to its regenerative ability. Each Hydra has stem cells capable of continuous division, which allows it to constantly renew and repair its body without the typical aging processes that degrade cellular functions over time. This regenerative process prevents the usual decline in physiological functions that other organisms experience as they age. A real-life example of how this trait influences their life is seen in their ability to reproduce and regenerate at any stage of their lifespan. If a Hydra is cut into pieces, each piece can regenerate into a new, fully functional individual. This remarkable regenerative capability ensures a high survival rate and the potential for rapid population growth. Hydra typically inhabit unpolluted freshwater bodies, such as ponds and slow-moving streams. The simplicity of their habitat, which lacks extreme environmental changes, supports their minimal energy needs and low metabolic rate. This environment is conducive to their unique biology, aiding their continuous regeneration and potentially endless lifespan. At number 5 is Greenland Shark, or Somniosus microcephalus, is one of the longest living vertebrate species known to science. These sharks can live up to at least 400 years, possibly even longer, making their lifespan extraordinarily extended compared to other shark species. Greenland sharks age differently because they grow extremely slowly and mature late. Researchers believe that their slow metabolism, linked to the cold, deep waters they inhabit, plays a crucial role in their prolonged lifespan. This slow metabolic rate reduces the cellular damage that typically accelerates aging in other species. A notable example of how this unique aging process influences their life is their delayed reproduction. Greenland sharks may not reach sexual maturity until they are around 150 years old. This slow journey to adulthood means that they contribute to their population's growth at a much slower rate than other sharks, affecting the overall dynamics and genetic diversity of their species. Greenland sharks are found primarily in the North Atlantic Ocean and Arctic Ocean, where the cold environment significantly impacts their biology. This adaptation allows them to thrive in harsh, deep-sea environments where fewer predators and competition exist, further aiding their survival over centuries. Next on the list is lobsters, scientifically known as Homarus americanus, exhibit a unique phenomenon in the animal kingdom as they can even live up to 100 years. One of the main reasons for their longevity is their ability to rejuvenate their cells through a process called indeterminate growth. This means that they continue to grow and molt, their exoskeleton as they age. Each time they molt, their bodies essentially are set, allowing for the repair of damaged tissues and potentially increasing their size. This continuous cycle of renewal helps lobsters avoid the decline commonly associated with aging in many other animals. Interestingly, larger, older lobsters are often more fertile than their younger counterparts, producing a greater number of offspring. This capacity to maintain and even enhance reproductive abilities with age sets lobsters apart from many other animals, including humans, whose reproductive capabilities typically decline over time. Lobsters usually inhabit the cold waters of the Atlantic Ocean, ranging from rocky shores to deeper waters. This habitat provides a stable and nutrient-rich environment that fosters their growth and longevity. Additionally, their ability to thrive at various ocean depths aids in evading predators and enduring harsh environmental conditions, further contributing to their unique aging process. At number 3 on the list is the Quahog Clam, scientifically known as Arctica islandica. One particular clam named Ming gained fame for being the oldest individual animal ever discovered. Ming was determined to be approximately 507 years old at the time of of its death in 2006, which was determined by counting the annual growth rings on its shell. Ocean quahogs, like Ming, age differently from other bivalve species, primarily due to their extremely slow metabolic rate. This slow metabolism is a key factor in their longevity, as it reduces the wear and tear on their cells and tissues over time. The reduced metabolic rate leads to less oxidative stress, a major factor in aging, which allows these clams to maintain their bodily functions and avoid the typical aging processes that affect other species. Ming's habitat in the cold waters of the North Atlantic is critical to its aging process. The chilly temperatures of its environment contribute to the clam's slow metabolism and minimal biological stress, facilitating its long lifespan. An unknown or lesser-known fact about Ming and its species is that despite their extreme age, ocean quahogs maintain reproductive capabilities throughout their life. This continued ability to reproduce, even in old age, is quite remarkable and not commonly observed in many other species. This trait ensures genetic diversity and population sustainability, contributing to the ecological success of the species. Next on the list is Antarctic sponge, also known scientifically as Anoxicalix jubini, with some individuals estimated to be over 1,500 years old, making them among the oldest living creatures on the planet. Antarctic sponges age differently due to their extremely slow growth rates and low metabolic activity, which are adaptations to the cold, nutrient-poor waters of their environment. Unlike many animals that accumulate cellular damage over time leading to aging and death, these sponges benefit from their minimal metabolic demands, which significantly slow down cellular degradation and the accumulation of harmful mutations. One remarkable aspect of how Antarctic sponges avoid typical aging processes is through their ability to live in an almost suspended state. Their environment, the deep, cold waters of the Southern Ocean, helps in this regard by providing stable, low-temperature conditions that further slow their metabolic processes. An interesting and lesser-known fact about these sponges is their ability to filter vast quantities of seawater, up to thousands of liters per day, capturing bacteria and tiny particles. This not only sustains them, but also plays a crucial role in cycling nutrients through their ecosystem. At number 1 is the immortal jellyfish, scientifically known as Turritopsis dohrnii, is renowned for its seemingly endless lifespan. Unlike most other species, these jellyfish can theoretically live forever under the right conditions. What sets the immortal jellyfish apart is its unique ability to revert to its juvenile polyp stage after reaching adulthood. This process, known as transdifferentiation, allows it to bypass the typical aging process. When faced with stress, injury, or old age, Turritopsis dohrnii transforms all its existing cells into a younger state. This cycle of reverting to a polyp can theoretically repeat indefinitely, thus avoiding death from old age. An example of how this trait impacts the jellyfish's life can be seen in its response to environmental stress or physical injury. Rather than succumbing to damage or the effects of aging, the immortal jellyfish can effectively reset its biological clock, allowing it to start anew. This remarkable ability provides a clear advantage for survival, as it can escape the threats of predation or harsh conditions by rejuvenating itself. The immortal jellyfish is primarily found in temperate to tropical regions around the world. They thrive in warm ocean waters, which may provide the stable conditions necessary for their repeated life cycles. Thanks for watching the video. Comment down below your favorite part and let us know. Also press the subscribe button and bell icon for regular updates.